Yeah, all blessed, man. All blessed.
Lovely, lovely. How you doing though, anyway? Let me fucking
I'm all
that
good, man.
music off.
I'm all good. What are you telling me?
Yeah, man. You got to change the scenery. Not
Bro,
in your bedroom.
doing up the spare room and that.
Okay, yeah, I
Do you know
can
what I mean?
relate, man. I'm in my grandma's spare room right now. So
Jeez. Come on.
yeah, man, that's my settings, bro.
Anywhere for the vid.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? Just for the cause, and it. Do you know what I
Of
mean?
course, bro. Got that
Doesn't
grind
matter
on.
what time when we book something, we get it done, don't we?
100%. 100%.
And I think I was just looking now. I think it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since we last spoke.
Yes, mate.
Well, about football anyway. I mean, we spoke since, but properly on the channel.
Yeah.
And yeah, thought let's get back. We may as well do another vid, innit?
Glad to have me back, mate.
Yeah, I
Do you know what
think
I mean?
I feel like you enjoyed the first one. I don't know. I enjoyed it
Yeah.
anyway. I hope you did.
I did, man. I did. Do you know what I mean? It's
Good,
always good
good,
to
good, good.
chat to the boy about football. It's always good.
Nah, definitely, bro. But yeah, to be honest, for today, I've done a bit of a plan. I mean, I spoke to you earlier when I didn't have a plan, but I got a bit of a gist of what
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about. I don't know if you got how long you here for? You got time, yeah?
Bro, how long ever you need me, do you know what I mean? Man's
Sweet,
chilling.
calm.
Man's
What are you
chilling.
saying? Are you watching football tonight or
Champions League, yeah.
yeah? What you
Yeah, I'll
got
probably
plans?
chuck it on, to be fair. See if the missus will allow me some TV time.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because there is a lot of football on TV.
So much
There
football.
is a lot.
It's hard to keep up, man. I don't think I've watched the past like 2 weekends of football. Like just because I've been
Mm,
busy, but there's been so much football.
that's the thing.
But then
I was no, go on.
the good football stopped because obviously the international break, innit? So we had to watch that, sit there and watch that. But obviously,
To be fair, I normally try and watch the England games, but
yeah,
just the way they felt, I think a couple of times. I think the one in midweek I was had football training and just didn't manage to catch the other ones. But I don't like internationals, but I do like consciously make an effort to watch the England games. Just because, you know
I
what I
get
mean,
what you
just
mean.
because obviously Villa's not playing, so I gotta come and watch someone, and I.
Yeah, true, true. I'm never really
But
that
yeah, no,
interested, but it is what it is, I suppose. Major tournaments. That's what I'm about.
nah, man. I feel like I don't know, I just love football too much. I feel like you gotta get. I don't know. You gotta watch England play, innit?
Nah,
I
yeah,
think
no,
people always say. Remember from when I was young, people have always said, "Oh, the England matches are boring." Blah blah blah. But I don't know. I've never really looked at it that way. Like,
I think probably back in the day, the England games probably were boring, isn't it? Do you know what I
nah,
mean? Just,
I don't
like,
know. I still
no?
disagree. Like, nah.
Okay,
I
fair.
think maybe what was what people probably did find boring, and I think we're starting to see it now is a bit the way England play.
Yeah.
It's boring. So I can remember back in the day. So let's say even your Sven and Eriksson days, McLaren days,
Mm.
like we weren't playing expansive football, was it? It wasn't that kind of brand of football. It
No, no,
was,
no.
and we're starting to see bits of it now with um, Southgate fucking playing eight defensive players, if you include the goalkeeper, and it's like, yo, all right, so come, I'm a Villa fan, yeah.
Mm.
And it's like, I think Jack Grealish should be playing, as do a lot of other people.
Yeah.
But then I also look on the bench and I see Jadon Sancho. And
Mm.
I'm thinking, like, what's going on? How is
Yes.
Mason Mount playing ahead of Jadon Sancho? Mason Mount, cracking player, good lad, all of that, love him, baller. But, like, Jadon Sancho, man them, like, what's, like, fucking goals, assists, Champions Leagues. What's he got to do? I don't know.
Nah, it's a tough one. Like, it's the manager though, isn't it? It comes down to the manager. Like,
But
what
yeah,
was what was Southgate's previous job? Was it the women's? Was it the England women's? Was he?
when and that Phil Neville? No, he was the under 21s.
Oh, the under 21s. Okay.
Yeah,
And then before that was his last managerial job, Middlesbrough.
I believe so. Yeah, something like that.
So like, we're not expected to play nice football, no? Like
You say
thinking about it,
yeah,
do you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
You get what you pay for. Is it?
yeah, that's exactly it. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't think like there's many like England like English managers that could really step up for like the England job, innit? But
Yeah, true.
who do you get international wise for the England
And I
job?
mean, to be honest, on the Monday Night Football, so that was yesterday. So obviously this is going to come out on Wednesday, so 2 days ago. Was it Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank? He spoke about. Wait, that was who was on there, isn't it? I think. Sure, it
Yeah.
was him.
I think I said Sky
It,
article about it. Yeah.
it was him, wasn't it? Yeah, he was on there, and he spoke about how um, Southgate sort of come into managerial roles, and he's straight right into the middle of the job. Boom! Now he's in England, like youth team. Now he's the first team manager, and he kind of spoke on like the lack of opportunities for black managers. So former black players coming into management, how they don't get the same opportunities as like white players, white former players coming into management. And we're not going to get into that too much now, but it kind of like makes sense a bit. Like you just reminded me of that point in that sort of players do get fast tracked into these roles when their CV doesn't really suggest that they have done much to deserve that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so cool football chat with Dons. And JK's back with us today. Episodes, what was it, 16, 17?
Yes.
I think it's 17. But yeah, I want to big up everyone that's subscribed because, like, first of all, I don't even know why people are subscribing because I'm just here talking nonsense about football. But love if you watch the videos and whatever. Yeah, hope you enjoy them. But yeah, getting into today, we'll start off by just looking back to a couple games from the weekend, and we'll go from there. So on Saturday, the first game back after international break, Everton hosted Liverpool, and this one finished out 2-2. I only managed to watch the first half of this game because I then had to play football myself. But yeah, good start from Liverpool. I remember seeing when Mane went ahead with his goal and sort of thinking that Liverpool would run away with it. But obviously, whatever happened with Pickford and Van Dijk, disallowed goals, Henderson last minute, Richarlison getting sent off in the last minute also. Like this game had everything. And
everything you wanted after the international break.
It had it all.
It's a good Merseyside derby, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't like 4 goals, red cards, injuries, disallowed goals. That's football, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. It's the beauty.
But yeah, so let's go back to the big incident that everyone seems to be talking about so what was the score? It was 1-0, I think, at the time, and ball gets played over the top to Van Dijk, who gets assaulted, should we say, by Jordan Pickford. But it turns out VAR did nothing, referee does nothing because, in fact, was it Mane that was offside?
Yeah.
In the lead up, and yeah, so now Virgil van Dijk has done his ACL. I shouldn't even laugh, really. It's not funny. It's not a funny issue. Like, obviously, wish him a speedy recovery, but yeah, he's going to be out for some while. Pickford got no punishment. So yeah, first of all, what was your thoughts sort of on the incident and itself?
First of all, I don't think Pickford should be Everton's first choice. That's first and foremost. Second of all, he's just leaped at man. He is just absolutely leaped at man, just flying at him, and then it's peak, isn't it? Like I even said,
Right.
like obviously to you, man, like
yeah,
it's just laughable, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Now, like
right,
Van
cool.
Dijk's
Okay,
out for the season.
1 sec on the tackle. I know everyone said he's leaped, yeah, but the ball's off the ground. He's got a leap, hasn't he? If he wants to, he's trying to volley the ball, isn't he?
What, Pickford?
Yeah, isn't he just trying to volley the ball?
Yeah, but like
Everyone said he's
legs first.
Yeah, but it's just Van Dijk's leg was there.
Bruv,
He got there a bit late.
I don't know. I don't know. Like being a keeper myself, I don't think I'm launching a man like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay, maybe.
But like when it slowed down and went to the different angle, like
Looks worse.
oh, bruv, it looked horrible. But
But I think if you slow anything down and do reverse camera angles, anything can look worse, I
yeah,
think. But so that's gone on, and I think so now the discussion is, should VAR, or when it's not VAR, should like retrospective action be able to be taken against, say, Jordan Pickford? I'm seeing people say things like, "Oh, when a player gets a bad injury, the player that does it should be out for the same length of time."
yeah. I see that. I see that. To be fair,
I don't. I've played football. I don't see how that works. Like, because there is genuine times where you don't mean to cause any injury, or the tackle can be, let's say, even worse. Not as bad as Pickford's, but then the player can still be injured.
Yeah.
So I think to then dish out those kind of punishment, it doesn't make sense to me.
It would be kind of mad. Like there's been like injuries like that. Like just because it's happened to Van Dijk and Liverpool, who are obviously champions. Like there's bare injuries like that happened. Obviously Son, what he did to Andre Gomez. Like it just wouldn't be fair on the player. Do you know what I mean?
And yeah, definitely. And I think, yeah, you mentioned that Son one, and I think that's an example of a tackle where, like, it's like innocuous. That's the word, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
like where nothing challenged. Like, do you know what I mean? Them innocuous challenges that where no intense meaning, like they were a part of the game because it's a contact sport.
Yeah, literally.
That's my view on it anyway. But yeah, I think Van Dijk being out just kind of does open up the title race a bit more and gives everyone else a bit of a chance, probably, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, man. And obviously, they probably should have brought a centre back in the summer. Really, thinking about it, but that just never
Yeah,
happened because
true.
Van Dijk was
Because they
going to get
let
injured.
Lovren and what's his name, Hoiver, go
Yeah,
to Wolves as well, isn't it?
yeah.
So yeah, we'll
So
see how that goes.
yeah,
Second game we'll touch on. We're just going to touch on 3 games, but the second one is the big game on Sunday evening, featuring the mighty Aston Villa and Leicester City. This one finished 1-0. I know we spoke about it in the other video, so we won't speak too much. But yeah, Villa getting the 1-0 win. Barkley with the last minute winner. But yeah, sort of interested to hear your views on both Villa's and Leicester's recent form and how you think they'll do this season, bro.
to be fair, it was actually a decent game. To be fair, both like attacking teams with good attacking players. Yeah, I think Villa maybe a little surprise package this season. See if we can obviously sustain it. Obviously, 4 wins at the moment. Played 4. Um, Barkley, obviously a great addition. Him, McGinn. McGinn looks quality against Leicester. To be fair, um, yeah, I see Leicester maybe falling off a little bit this season. Maybe struggling for Europa League.
But I think, remember with Leicester though, so for the game Sunday, no Vardy at all,
Yeah,
Maddison on the bench, and I think, yeah, they're a very different team without those two, it seems.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think when one of them's missing, they struggle,
Mm,
it seems.
yeah, but like obviously you can't go through a season like that, can you? Like because obviously if you get a stretch of 8 games and the guy who's replacing that guy isn't really stepping up to the plate, then you're going to be in trouble. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I maybe top 8 for Leicester, and then obviously maybe you never know, top 8 for Villa as well.
Maybe. I
Don't want
think
to gas it, don't want to gas it too much.
nah,
You know what
I'm a Villa fan that's very happy right now,
I mean?
enjoying the moment, but trying to not get too carried away. After 10 games, that's when
Yeah, yeah,
you'll
yeah.
see me really talking like, yeah, boom.
But you happy?
After 10
You happy
games, if
with?
Villa win the top 6 after 10 games. Oh, it seems you're not going to want to see me on Twitter. You're not going to want to see me on Instagram. Anywhere. It's going to be long for everybody.
Instagram live, you're gonna be fucking on there all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Don't get me started, bro. Fucking hell.
You're right. Little
Yeah,
malfunction in
no,
that.
it just
Do you
made
know
me
what I mean?
mad. Yeah, made
Happens
me
to the
mad.
best of us,
Headphones
mate.
in it.
Getting too excited thinking about that Champions League.
Right, what you say? Did you have anything I have to say, or should we move on? Yeah.
All good, brother.
So the last game we'll cover from the previous weekend was Manchester City and Arsenal. They played on, was it Saturday evening? Was it?
Yeah, 5:30.
Was it one? Was it 1-0? 1-0 Man City.
1-0 City. Sterling with the goal.
Yeah. Yeah. Clinical finish.
Very clinical.
Sterling though missing the box.
It's good to see
And
from an England point of view, but as an Arsenal fan, it's just not what you want to see. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, no, definitely, bro. Definitely. So yeah, yeah, a game where I don't know. Me as a neutral, I expect nothing less from that sort of game, to be honest.
Mm.
But from what I hear, I think it was a little bit closer. I did see the second half, and yeah, to be fair, I think a lot of Arsenal fans were just unhappy not to see much of Partey. I think he only come on with 8 minutes to go, and
Yeah.
when you've just spent 40-odd million pound on this dynamic box-to-box midfielder. But away at Man City is the game you want him, isn't it, really?
Yeah, 100%. Especially grabbing 2 assists on an international break. Do you know what I mean? In his last game he played. And if you're going to spend that money on a player, then surely they're ready to play. Like that has to be the way. If you buy a player for £45 million, he's got to be ready to play. So yeah, it's just a little bit gutting to see,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You'd
we'll
think
see.
so, because when you compare it to Man City, they buy Diaz centre back, and he comes straight into the team.
Yeah,
No messing about, and yeah, one of them ones. Unlucky Arsenal, but still doing not bad. Fifth in the league.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? 9 points, 5 games.
yeah.
Not
But,
too bad. And you played
yeah,
Liverpool and Man City. Is that right?
Liverpool, Man City.
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So
So
it's, I suppose it's what you'd expect, right? I don't know.
better than
To be,
last season. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, it's a better start from last season. And
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you look at your rivals, could be worse if we look at the likes of Manchester United and City even.
Yeah, so true, so true.
So sort of, I know we're only 4 or 5 games in, but has anything over the last few weeks changed or influenced your opinion on who you think is going to win the league?
I think this weekend was quite critical. To be fair, nothing really changed, did it? And then this weekend happens. Obviously, the big talking point, Van Dijk. Yeah, so it'll just be a closer title race, I reckon. Nothing really changed in the bottom half. To be fair,
What?
them
You
teams down there.
still think Liverpool will win the league then?
Yeah, if they invest in January and try and get Van
So do
Dijk back as quick as possible, then
you think they now need to buy a new centre back in Jan?
yeah, I believe so. And it's got to be somewhere near Van Dijk's quality. But how many of them are around? Do you know what I mean?
Where'd you get that from? I don't know. I think it's
Exactly.
difficult now.
Yeah, but that's the hand they've been dealt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. I do hear you. And I can't remember who I thought was going to win the league originally. Did I think Liverpool?
I think you
I
said
don't
Liverpool.
know. But I don't know. At the moment now, I think it's very hard for teams to retain titles.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think I did think City would win the league again.
Mm-hmm.
I think the disappointment of last year, Liverpool doing so well, will spur City on, and I think they have made the right additions. Brought in their winger, addressed the centre back issue, and yeah, I don't know. I think City will come back strong this year.
Yeah, Pep don't
Not a
miss.
lot's changed from this weekend. Well, obviously the Van Dijk injury has a big impact. It doesn't make all of a sudden now Liverpool's defense isn't as strong because Van Dijk is by far the best defender in the league. So, as a Villa fan, sitting back watching you, like it's a bit more interesting now.
Yeah.
Because that Van Dijk injury, for me, that puts the likes of your Chelsea, Spurs. Let's put Arsenal and Man U in that. You four clubs there should be like fucking like should have been dancing when you saw him injured. Like, you lot should be gassed about that.
Yeah, definitely gassed about that, to be honest. It's the only thing that gives us teams the hope, do you know what I mean?
I hear it, bro, but don't watch. I've just seen popped up. I just had a Sky Sports notification saying Mesut Ozil left out of Arsenal's Premier League squad for the season.
For the season, yeah.
Yeah,
Hasn't even been given a kit number or anything. That's mad.
Can do a live reaction to that. What is it? Yeah. So he's been left out of their Premier League squad. I think, wow, don't really surprise me anymore because you don't play in your Carabao Cup games.
No.
Don't play in your league games. But what he is doing is he's trying to pay your mascot money, trying to get your mascot's job back.
Do you know what that is?
That's what he's doing.
He's trying to make us look bad, isn't it? He's going to leave on, like, obviously him not getting played and then him paying the mascot. Yeah, he's winning, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know the ones where, I don't know, someone's about to do something's bad about to happen to you or someone's about to do you wrong, but then you're just trying to be the nice guy. You're trying to look at it like, right, cool. When I go out, no one can say I weren't a nice guy. I didn't try and help. I didn't do my thing.
That's exactly
what he's done. But fair play to him
100%.
because why has Ozil done that? Or, okay, for those that don't know, obviously Arsenal's mascot, I can't remember his name, has been made redundant by Arsenal, and Mesut Ozil has requested or said that he's happy to pay the wage of this mascot to keep his job. I think he's been there for quite a number of years. I think, 20, 30 odd years.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the request has been accepted or whatever, but it's interesting to see, given the situation.
Spending 45 million on party, but you can't play a mascot. You can't pay a mascot. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting, and you've let how many? Arsenal were one of the few clubs that let a number of staff go.
There was a lot as well. I swear it was quite
due to the COVID.
Mm.
But yet you had the wages to pay for Willian. You've had the money to buy new players, 45 million for Partey, new contract for Aubameyang. But yet your average Joe that's working in Arsenal, he was deemed surplus to requirements and not able to fit in the budget.
Yeah,
it's not my club.
Nah, it just makes it makes us look bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. Would never be my club, bro.
Boy, do you know what I mean?
Never.
Lucky to be a Villa fan. You're just trying to rub it in now, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, whilst I can.
Nah, watch a bit of be above Arsenal this season.
We'll see, bro. Keep track of time as well, please. Do you know how long we've been going? But yeah, moving on. We'll preview Champions League, bro. Champions League is back, so
yes.
Tonight. So when this drops, it will be yesterday. We have Chelsea playing Seville at home, and we've got Man United going away to PSG. Yeah. What's your thoughts on this one?
They're both Super 6 games, so I actually went for 2-1 PSG in that game. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Mbappe, Neymar, if they are starting, then it's too much for the Man United defence, man. Do you know what I mean? They conceded 6 at Spurs, conceded a goal against Newcastle. So, yeah, see nothing but a PSG win, to be fair.
I think, but other than the Spurs game, Man U seem to do well in the big games. I would say.
I don't know.
don't know what it
I
is.
just don't feel like it's a happy place around there at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit up and down, isn't it? Yeah, they're a bit of a slow start, but I think it was a big win for them to get that convincing victory against Newcastle,
Yeah.
and yeah, it feeds nicely into tonight's game. Well,
Mm.
yesterday's when this comes out. But have you heard about Rambasaka?
Nah.
Yeah. After this video, go check, man. He's been playing up, man.
Is he actually?
He's been playing up away from home, innit?
Oh, God's sake, man.
And it's just like I'm seeing memes of like Man United squad, and they're saying how like basically just mocking what Man United's players are on, because obviously you got Harry Maguire doing
Yeah.
whatever happened there. Then you've got Mason Greenwood
Yeah. He's
with the
antics.
England,
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, the new one,
Mm-hmm.
and who else has done something? There's someone else. There's another player that was four. Is that it? Nah, there was four, but I can't remember. But yeah, like it's just I said in one of my group chats today, I was like, in Fergie's days, this would have never been allowed.
Nah, innit? It's mad. It's just
Never.
like,
But
yeah, footballers just feel like they've got a right to do anything they want, innit? Sometimes.
yeah.
Some do good, some do get, some do bad. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. But yeah, go
Some
check.
some urges are just too much. The madness.
Oh, the other player is Martial. Martial,
What did he
he
do?
done something. I don't know, but the photo I saw was just him, like an Instagram post of him and his family, and him just saying, "Oh, I'm sorry for all the wrongs I have done. Forgive me, blah blah blah."
No. Oh, mate.
It's just them three are savages, and then Maguire's just on madness in it. So
But Maguire's just your typical lad, is he not? Typical lad from England.
yet again, not my club. I'm not involved.
That'd be one for Josh to answer, isn't it?
Yeah, leave that to him, mate. Leave that to him. Glory hunter, Man United fan.
Oh,
Never been there in his life. You know the Man United fans and them like Liverpool fans that have never been there all their life.
yeah. That's
Just
there's bare fans like that, right? So around the country, there'll be like, let's say Manchester fans. There'll be a lot of Manchester fans in London, but not a lot of Manchester United fans actually in Manchester. Do you know what I mean? That's how it is.
and I think me living in Birmingham, it is annoying seeing Mandem around here or whatever supporting like a Man U. It's like what? Why? I'm here supporting my local team. Do you know what I mean? Down the road,
Yeah.
Villa Park. I get the train. It's like 2-3 stops, and I'm there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Local lad. I'm supporting my team. We've gone down. We've been relegated. I've played in finals, got bopped. I've finished in the bottom half of the championship. I've been through bad times. I've been through
Yeah.
dark days.
Yeah.
But then I've got my mates that I went to school with, supported Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool's. It's not fair, man.
It's the way people go, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the news today now broke about the talks of the European Super League.
Mm.
I think there's rumoured to be like 5 teams from England want to get in there. I read briefly on it. I think it's going to be like an 18-team league, and it's going to be ran alongside like the normal domestic leagues.
Mm-hmm.
It's meant to be like £1 billion industry. There's going to be loads of money pumped into it, but I think FIFA backs it, and yeah, they're trying to start it 2022.
I like the sound of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I don't
Right,
know.
let's say 5 English teams, right? Let's say if they get relegated or they come in, like, so they got the Super League. Let's say if like the team gets relegated,
Yeah.
then once every, like, let's say it doesn't happen for like 4 years, but like once it happens once. Let's say the winners of the actual Premier League, if they're keeping it, then get a
Yeah.
chance to play that European Super League. I think it'll be quality for like money and stuff, and like international like credibility and stuff like that. Do you not think?
Maybe,
I think it'd be alright.
but I don't know. I'm not bothered about money. Really, like,
True.
I don't. But I think I don't know.
No.
Maybe it's one of the ones I need to see when the games are on. Man, I'm gonna watch. Do you get me? I'll be watching anyway. So
Yeah.
maybe then I'll start feeling it. But it's just, and I saw someone tweet today as well. It just seems like money's taking over football,
Mm.
and that's what that just screams to me of. It just screams of like you just want, am I there? Yeah,
Yeah,
my phone
yeah,
went funny. It's like you just want to like capitalize on the big clubs and just whack them in a Mag Super League and just make like bare money from it.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
like I said, when
There's
I
a lot
watch
of
when the games are on, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be the first man to watch it. That's the thing.
yeah. So there probably won't be like a Champions League anymore, would there? Or a Europa League,
Yeah,
because there'd be
you'd
no
think
point.
that.
There'd be no point in them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, each league can still have their domestic cups, but obviously the bigger ones wouldn't be in it, would they? But then they wouldn't have any cups. It would just literally just be a league, because it wouldn't really work with a cup, would it? I don't know. It's a bit weird. But,
No, so I think the structure of it, 18 teams, and then it goes into a knockout.
okay.
So I guess it's kind of
Okay.
like
Okay. So it's like the championship, but it has like the playoffs, right? Basically like that.
Yeah,
You have your season, and then
that's
yeah, like first we'll play like sixth or
yeah, basically.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see.
It's a bit of a
It's
madness,
early
to be fair.
talks, a couple of years away, but yeah, that would really change the shape of football. I mean, because I don't know, we're a bit too young. We didn't really see the change from what was it called, the European Champions Cup into the
Oh
Champions League.
yeah.
Similar for the Premier League when that changed from just the old First Division to the Premier League. I weren't really we weren't about for that.
Yeah.
So I guess this is it's just part of the game evolving. Like leagues have changed. What have we seen? We've seen the UEFA Cup change to the Europa League.
Yeah.
We've seen like the Carabao Cup change names and all that nonsense. But
That's just
yeah,
a
this will
sponsor
be
thing,
really
isn't
mad.
it?
Yeah, this will be really mad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, football
yeah,
will just be more of even more of a global sport than it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, think of the TV rights
yeah,
in all the
definitely. I
different
think that's what it's
countries
about.
and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty mad, to be fair.
Yeah, defo, bro. So I think what we'll also do, we'll look at tomorrow's Champions League games. So Man City playing Porto. I think it's a big year for Man City in the Champions League. I think they need to ask themselves, what are they trying to win this year? Are they trying to get their league back? Are they trying to get their first Champions League? Bit of pressure on Guardiola. I mean, he hasn't won the Champions League for a long while now. I've spoke before in a previous video about he does deserve credit because he's won two, and no other manager has even won more than two. So he's par with some of the greatest managers ever lived. But yeah, Champions League, Porto. Following on from their result on the weekend, I think you can't see nothing much more than a City win, really, can you?
Nah, not really. I see at home, are they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see much going on unless I don't know. City have them games, don't they, where they just don't turn up. Is Kevin De Bruyne back, or is he still injured?
Did he miss the Arsenal game?
Yeah, he didn't even play in the Arsenal game. That's why I think a few Arsenal fans are upset, because thinking no De Bruyne, we don't even play party, and it's just like, do you know what I mean? But obviously they did the business, so
Yeah, it's that.
without De Bruyne, then yeah, I don't think Porto would be much of a struggle.
Yeah, City are like better. Aguero back in action now. That's always good for them because they're not the same without him.
No.
So they're always stronger with him in. Second game tomorrow, Ajax hosting Liverpool. That'll be an interesting game, actually.
I reckon there'll be a couple goals. I reckon that could be like a 2
Mm.
or someone grabbing it, maybe 3-2. Because I don't even think Alisson's back. I know he's been back in training, but I don't know if he'll start for Liverpool. And obviously, it's just one of
Mm.
them. Adrian, it's just not up to his level. Do you know what
Sorry, I've got to talk on this. Yeah, Sky Sports, man, they keep popping up on my phone.
I mean? What's
I
it say?
just see Petr Cech has been included in Chelsea's squad.
What? I swear they just brought a keeper. What happened to that?
Yeah, so he's their technical and performance advisor,
Yeah.
but he's been added to their Premier League squad as emergency cover.
Yeah, let's talk about this Kepa situation. Just quickly. That guy
What's happened to my man? Why is the new player not playing? Where is he?
Mendy.
Is he injured?
I don't know, but don't buy a player that's injured. Do you know what I mean? That makes no sense. You need a keeper, and you buy one that's injured. That makes no sense.
Nah, but he played. He
Who,
played
Mendy?
against Tottenham.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
in the
okay, okay,
Carabao Cup.
okay. What? So he's
He
injured
played,
after
but
one game?
then I
Did
don't know.
did they
He
not
weren't
check?
in the squad this week.
Did they not check his like durability or anything? Like I thought people get paid for this sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
But
All this
maybe,
sports science.
yeah,
But
unless he got injured on international duty, I don't know.
that's also very true. But Kepa,
Because I see West Ham doing a Mazza, and Kepa's in goal. I'm like, what's going on?
bruv,
No
Kepa.
shit, wrong team, wrong team.
Nah, yeah.
That's Spurs, in it.
Who did?
But Chelsea did draw, didn't they?
Yeah, who did Chelsea play? They were 3-0 up, weren't
I know, I know Werner scored a good couple goals.
they? He's looking
This is
decent.
this is bad preparation, bro. This is I should have the games here.
I can't even remember who Chelsea plays.
But yeah, I know Werner scored
Yeah,
two good goals of that. I'm trying to find it. Keep talking, bro.
yeah. Werner's decent though. I
Yeah,
think he is living up. He's been one of the signings of the season so far, man. I think he's been quality. Like you pay that money, you want him to score goals, and that's what he's doing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. I suppose you got to cut him some
But
slack as well. He's new to the league, isn't he?
yeah, exactly.
And I think we've seen many players come from abroad, and it can take them time to adjust. And yeah,
Yeah,
he's looked lively.
well, he's been bagging goals. Do you know what I
Havertz
mean?
scored as well. He's
Yeah.
there. Yeah, man.
Did you find out who
Feeling it, but
Chelsea
yeah.
played?
Big up Petr Cech, man.
The man, the
Oh
myth,
yeah,
the
they played
legend.
Southampton.
Southampton.
Southampton, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
Southampton's got
yeah.
like a last minute equaliser.
I feel like Lampard's got a few problems. Like 3-0 up
Bro,
against a
Lampard's
three.
done out. Lampard's done out. Lampard. Next season, Lampard's not manager. Telling you.
I don't
You know
think
what? He's got too many. He's got too many good players, and
Yeah,
it's so techy to find out your good system. He's got pressure. You got to win games. Like, yeah, it's going to be too mad for him. Like,
yeah.
it's sad for me to say, but it's like I'm telling you now, bro.
They literally, yeah. They brought in the wrong areas. It's just a bit of a madness, and it's just like I just feel like with Ollie and Lampard, like their defensive like tactics are just not there. I don't know if it's their coaches or what, but nah, it's just not good enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like, they're fan favourites, isn't it? I
Yeah,
mean, ex-players done bits. Know the club. Yeah, and the club can just sort of probably can dictate to them a bit easier than, for example, your Jose Mourinho. He comes in with a
yeah.
bit more of an ego, more demands. But yeah, I'm telling you, Lampard done out, mate.
gone, gone. Give him
Done
till
out.
January.
Yeah. All right, come. What we're gonna touch on? What's your views on referees and VAR? We're gonna go there. How you been finding that? Like that last season, first year it been brought in, and how are you finding it this year? I think first couple of games we saw with the handball rule, it was bare penalties, but that's relaxed down a bit now. We're not talking about handballs too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your views now? Do you like VAR?
Because the game's getting faster, I understand the referees are going to need a little bit more help because there's only so much the trained eye can see and all this sort of stuff. Like, there's obviously going to be human error. So that's VAR. That's where it comes like in nicely, but they interfere too much because like then the game's just not natural. Do you know what I mean? Like, I swear there was an incident where I think it was in one of yesterday's games or something. Like something happened, someone went up the pitch, and then like 45 seconds later, they called it back because of VAR. And it's just like it's a bit tedious. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. And I think one of the worst ones for me, trying to remember the team that played, it was at Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur ground. I think it was, I may be wrong, but I think it was Man City. And Luis did a foul on a player that wasn't given by the referee. And I think it was even worse than the one you spoke about. We're talking a minute plus had been played in the game. And then the ref then goes back to it, and it is a bit like, like we've 2 minutes has passed, we've all forgot about that. We're thinking about like what am I having for dinner? What am I having for dinner? That's cool. Like we hadn't even thought about the penalty, and it's now we've gone back to that. But I think also it's just the refs, man, they're not competent, bro. That's not. And my view is that, like, why do all the refs have to be English? Why?
Very true. Very true.
Like, if Premier League was saying it's they're one of the most expensive leagues, or the expensive football league in the world.
Yeah.
Let's get the best referees in to do the job.
Yeah, it's very true.
I'm all for promoting English, British talent, etc. But we go and we see the Champions League, World Cup finals, Euros finals. These refs, like, one of the tournaments, our English refs didn't even make it there.
Yeah,
we didn't even make the call up. We didn't get through the auditions. We didn't make it to the live auditions, bro. Like,
it's a bit embarrassing.
We auditioned, but we didn't get to the live shows. Like, it's mad.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, you just feel like referees get walked all over. It's just like they don't even know the rules. They've probably never really kicked a ball. Well, none of the referees have probably kicked a ball at that level, so they never really understand. Do you know what I mean? How fast the game goes and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just a bit slack. Do you know what I mean? We need that Italian ref to come back. Do you remember him? Back in
the bold one.
Yeah, man. He needs to like start a group or something and just like get all the CVs and stuff.
Legend.
Do you know what I mean? He should make an academy.
Him. Yeah, bro. Him and Uri Rennie.
Yeah.
Sick. Legends.
Do you know what I mean? We should
legends.
We should get them to set up an academy.
You know, he was cold. Mark Clattenburg as well. Do you remember him? I rated him.
Didn't he ref the 2014 World Cup final or something? Didn't he do the World Cup final?
Was that Howard Webb? No, that was Howard Webb.
Oh, did he do a Champions League final? World Cup final?
World Cup, yeah, and he let Nigel de Jong do that like kung fu kick.
He got sent off for that though, didn't it? I swear.
Nah, he booked him. He booked him, bro. He booked him.
Oh.
Like, obviously, bless him, man. Howard Webb, like, obviously, must be like a nice guy, and that used to be a police officer, whatever. Yeah. But obviously, he's in the World Cup final. He's trying to make it a nice game, but bro, the game was mad. Bare tackles. Got my man doing like kung fu, mad kicks, but he's just dishing out yellows, trying to keep peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think
because it was so early on in the game as well, wasn't it? It was like, I swear it was like a couple.
Yeah.
And he's just launched Alonso, just studs up. That's worse than the Pickford one.
Bro, that's one of the worst ever tackles. Ever.
It was so high up. It was so high up. Oh, talking about high foot. I think Arsenal should have had a penalty, shouldn't they? I swear, Arsenal should have had a
Okay.
penalty. It's a bit of a high foot.
Oh, yeah. I
Saliba,
remember.
wasn't it Carl Walker or something? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and obviously going back to obviously what we were just speaking about, obviously with VAR, like what are they there for? Do you know what I mean? It's obviously deemed a
It's football, bro.
dangerous thing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
You
it's
win
just
some, you lose some. But yeah, I think if that was
true.
given, you couldn't really complain against it, could you?
Nah, high people don't know high
Because
feet in the box. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, anywhere
High,
on the pitch.
anywhere exactly.
Um, yeah, definitely. What's your thoughts on? So it seems like fans aren't going to be allowed in stadiums for a little while longer, especially with like stricter lockdown rules coming in from the government.
Mm.
But how have you been enjoying football and sort of since Project Restart with the no fans? I mean, this season we've seen a lot more goals. I don't know if you've seen the stats of like increased number of goals in games, and
Mm.
it seems as though the players. My theory is that obviously, I don't know, whenever you played football, and let's even say like, imagine your girlfriend comes down, or you got all your mates down, or
Yeah,
there's a crowd at the game. There's a bit more pressure, isn't there?
yeah, exactly.
A bit more
It's
pressure.
that thing, pressure, 100%.
Yeah, and I think with the games now, obviously in front of 40, 50, 60,000 people, there's a lot more pressure to now win the game. And there's like 50 odd man there.
Yeah.
And I think now with them being able to play with a bit more freedom, we're seeing more goals. That's my theory on it anyway.
No,
Players are
yeah,
less tense. I'm not saying they're nervous, but they're less tense and
yeah,
they can almost go out and take more risk and execute shots and attacking play.
yeah. I think you're spot on there, mate. To be honest.
That's my view
Yeah, no,
anyway. Yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
spot on. I think
Um,
it's definitely a psychological thing. You see it with any sport and stuff like
mm,
that. Do you know what I mean? When there's not real any pressure, you see it to like the latter end of the season, isn't it? When teams don't really have much to play for,
mm.
they're not generally the best, are they? So yeah, man, I definitely think it's a thing. But I also think yeah, I know it seems like bad that obviously we can't go back and watch the football and stuff like at the actual stadium, but until like people just gotta understand until this like virus is obviously contained, like we can't go back to stadiums. Like players are still getting tested positive for corona. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah, it's might be interesting. I don't know.
feel like we've got to be a
No,
little
go
more
on.
patient. Do you know what I mean? This is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, because Ronaldo got COVID. I think Juve played today. I
Mm,
don't think he's back in time, but I think when Juve play Barca, is it next week or the week after? I think he's
yeah.
meant to be back.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a good one to look forward to.
Yeah, for
Juve
sure.
playing Barcelona. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a decent one, to be fair. I don't think Barca have had the best starts to the season, have they?
God knows, bro. I don't really watch the European leagues, man. To be honest,
They're on at all
I
different times,
should.
aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
I should. Yeah, it's too much to follow. There's too much going on,
100%.
man.
Yeah, so much going on, bro.
All right, are you one of them guys when you know that Champions League times now?
Mm.
Like, were you who? What will you watch? Will you watch, say, Premier League teams, or do you try and watch, say, like other teams that you don't get to normally see?
Um, More time I watch the English teams in it because obviously even though like my team isn't in it, obviously
Why?
you still want the English teams to do well. Do you know what I mean? So you always I seem to always back the English games, but like if I see like a obviously Juve Barca, do you know what I mean? If Spurs or Chelsea are playing someone dead, then I'll probably back the Juve Barca game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I don't know why. Like, I should be more watching the other team because obviously you don't get to see them, but
Mm.
it's just when you don't. I always find when I watch them European games, I don't know who's playing. I don't know the man,
Yeah, you know exactly.
so I struggle.
Do you think
Want to
that's
watch
what?
them? I'd much rather just watch like Spurs play some
Yeah,
random
yeah,
team
yeah,
or
100, 100.
Chelsea.
Maybe that's why they're trying to make this Super League, isn't it? so like everyone knows everything about everything. Do you know what I mean?
More time.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
their
So you
vision.
don't have like,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, see it. Just so you ain't got like Man U playing like Spartak Moscow or
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
like
Or
Arsenal playing
CC,
Braga.
yeah, some random team in Russia. Obviously, nothing against them sort of teams. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, defo, bro.
Because I'm sure maybe
Sort
more
of. We'll look
countries.
ahead. One.
Sorry, I was going to say one more thing. Maybe more countries make more money off like TV rights and stuff, like to do with like football. So that's maybe why they might make a super league in it, so everyone becomes more profitable.
But like we
Who knows?
said, money.
Do you know what I mean?
Money is taking over the game.
Everyone loves money, mate.
It's been doing that for a long while, and will continue to do so. Villa has billionaire owners, so we should be okay.
Yeah. Well, we might struggle if
But yeah,
Kroenke
sort
starts
of.
buying vineyards and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
No. You've not done out. But yeah, talking of Leicester, you got less. No, talking of Arsenal, you have Leicester on Sunday.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's fifth against where Leicester? Fourth.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Fourth. Yeah.
Not too sure.
Fifth against fourth. I'm trying to think about it. Well, it could go either way.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I
long
think so.
Vardy's out for, but Leicester need him back because without Vardy, Iheanacho is not the one.
No. And obviously Arsenal already beat Leicester in the Carabao Cup away from home, innit? I think it was like 4-2. So I'm going there expecting nothing but a W. You know.
What about Aubameyang, man? He ain't scored since his new contract.
I think
Is this another Ozil situation? He's got his new deal, big money.
I don't know. I feel
He's
like
over 30.
it might be a little bit different, maybe because he's club captain. I don't know, but I always think
Ozil's been captain.
I suppose so, but like everyone looks up to Aubameyang. Do you know what I mean? Like he can't be that guy. He can't be that guy. But thinking like I don't know why he doesn't play Aubameyang through the middle, and either Saka or Pepe either side of him. Like Lacazette and Kay are just not doing the business. Do you know what I mean? So I want to see Aubameyang through the middle a little bit more. Never gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it would be good to see. Definitely. Definitely, bro. But yeah, that one can go either way for me. And Friday night, kicking us back into Premier League football. Aston Villa versus Leeds. It'll be another interesting game. We'll watch Leeds play on Monday against Wolves. And yeah, they play some good football. They try and play the right way. But they lack a bit of killer instinct up front. They're new to the league. They're still learning. And we all know how good Villa are doing right now. But will be a good game. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, Villa doing really good right now. So, we know, mate. Do you know what I mean? We know.
Mate, I'm just posting a little video. I'm being impartial.
Of course.
I look at the table, and near the top I see Aston Villa. So that's all I can. I'm just talking on facts, bro.
Of course. I don't want to get your hopes up. Do you know what I mean? And then Leeds go win 3-0.
Sometimes where you see like you can't see the whole league, so you can only see like the top 10 teams or top 13 teams, and like you start thinking, oh, right, some clubs aren't on here. He's not on this list. I'm like, I see Villa, but where's the other clubs? Like,
acting, look at you acting up, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Mando, wow.
Wait.
Maybe I don't want to chat to you after.
Yeah. Whatever, man. But yeah, so yeah, Villa will get the win on Friday against Leeds, and then on Saturday evening, Man United host Chelsea.
Big game.
And probably the game of the weekend, that one is. Yeah, what's my I think, bro. I
What are you thinking?
think I'm back in Man U for this one. You know,
Yeah.
back in Man U. Yeah, to
I reckon it could be a goal.
follow up on their win last year.
Yeah.
Ollie seems to do pretty good against Frank. Got a bit of an edge over him, and I think that will continue next weekend.
Yeah, I reckon.
What do you reckon?
I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for a 3-2 United, man. I just reckon there's just gonna be goals again. Do you know what I mean? I just reckon there's gonna be more goals. So I reckon a little 3-2 United. Rashford looked good at the
Yeah, I'll go
weekend, so I reckon
2-1 United. I'd say.
say 2-1. Yeah. So, yeah, I reckon there'll be goals, man. I don't think either defence are on it, so we'll see.
Sweet, bro. Nah, man, been good catching up with you. There's been a lot to talk about. There's so much more
Yes.
going on as well that we could have spoken about, but we'll save that for the next video, man.
Yes, man. Sounds good. Thanks for
Yeah,
having
blessed for jumping in. Nah, man, always a pleasure. Yeah, man. Big up yourself if you're still watching and you made it to the end. Hope you've enjoyed. Like the video, share it, drop a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Love you all. Bless. I'm out.
Jeez.